That's a welcome to the shed, isn't it? Hi! So, today I'm going to have to put some window tint on this window and at least something on this window. Now I've got 30 centimetres spare from this window, but there will be a little bit on the end, so I may be able to do a little bit of patching and just have a couple of corners. But this one lets in way too much heat in the afternoons, and this one just lets in too much light in the afternoons. So I get glare on the camera from this window, and I get a very burny neck from this window. That window should have gone up where the camera is, and I should have sat where the camera is looking out into my garden and not the neighbours. So massive design error. It is what it is. We built it. I'm not moving it now. So first thing we need to do before applying our dark smoke window film, and I was going to use mirror, but it's more expensive and I don't think I want to. Light smoke lets in 5%. Sorry, light smoke lets in 15% light, as does the mirror and the medium. This lets in 5% light. We have lighting, so we don't really need to worry about that. I mean, we had minimal lighting in the old shed. So this is more a case of trying to keep the heat out, the UVs out, and just scratch on it there. I might take a picture of that before I open it. But yeah, just drop the UV rays, the heat, and some of the light. And really, I don't want the neighbours looking across, because over there, there's some army houses that weren't there when we bought this house. But unfortunately, they built pulled the estate down like 4 years later and then built that monstrosity. But then that is the military for you. Do what they like. I had a bit of bloody tissue here. There it is. So this window's got a bit of scratching around here. That could have been from the razor blades. I'm not going to clean that black stuff up on the other side. I might even put a border of that around it. I don't know. So we'll just give this one a quick clean over, because once that film's on, we're not cleaning underneath it ever again. Yeah, I could do blading over again actually, if I can find one. Now I like the little ones that come, like automotive ones, that come with a little cardboard sheath on. So, I don't know if the camera will pick up too well. These little ones like this one's been outside doing lots of dirty work. They're brilliant for just taking off those little spots of crud that you can't get off. So there's a few bits here from the initial clean. That's wood stain from the original window. These were, as I've mentioned in the build video, these were rescued from a dude's driveway when we went round to purchase a mobility scooter for my friend. These were on the driveway, and he said to me a few weeks before, keep your eyes open for some windows, we need some windows. And lo and behold, days later, we literally fall over these. And he said, oh, the council, I think it was a Friday. He said, oh, the council are coming round on the following Wednesday to collect them. I said, they'll be gone tomorrow, mate. They were gone on the Sunday, 48 hours later. All flipping 10 units went straight in the back of my mate's X5. 3 stopped here, and the rest went to his house. So they're going into his mega shed project. Makes mine look flipping. Oh, his shed. The Asylum Music Studio. If you want to have a look for yourself, you will see bits of me in there as well. But yeah, the Asylum Music Studio with these rock walling, soundproofing all inside the walls, putting up proper ring main electrics. He's got upper decks. I think it's 20 by 10 base. So yeah, I mean this is 4 by 9, 4 by 10 I think, and he's got 20 by 10. So he's got that per width and 20 per length. So it's an amazing creation. So that's the outside of the window clean enough. So we'll open this up, and I have to go and get a couple more bits of supplies. I hate these bloody things. You have to be extremely careful with this window film. It creases easily. There is a bit of a scratch in it I've seen already. Done a few of my cars in the past, and it is so easy to crease and crack this stuff. It's unbelievable. I would suggest having some sellotape or masking tape on hand. I find masking tape works quite well. we'll come into that in a minute. I just need to go and change my window cleaner for soapy water. Right, so they do supply a half decent crappy knife, which is why it came up with a 25 age restriction, so that explains that. And this little plastic squeegee jobby. I might move the camera in a minute, so don't worry. But yeah, I prefer an old credit card, because the credit card gives you a nice smooth edge. And an extra bit of advice, if you're not too keen on that idea, you can take a bit of masking tape, it doesn't have to be the wide one, and just put a bit of masking tape over the end like that. Just softens out that edge, and then you can just tear this bit back. And so with this bit, that doesn't really matter, but yeah, that just softens out your edge now. So we now look like that. So a bit of masking tape, so when you're not going to damage the film. A lot of this nastiness in the window will disappear once this is on anyway. Like I say, I've done several cars. I don't do the up and down windows. They really are a skill set. If you live anywhere in the Wiltshire, Hampshire, Andover region, the only guy I can suggest is, oh, that's really bumpy, is Phil at Tinting It on the Truxton Industrial Estate. That's www.tintinit. And it spells tint in it. It's a palindrome. It spells itself backwards. So tintinit. I think it's .co.uk or .com. You can find him on Facebook. That's fine. You find him on Facebook. Car decals, car graphics, body wrapping, window tinting. He does the flipping lot. He is excellent. He's done quite some good work actually. So very genuine guy, very capable, excellent at what he does. Can't go wrong. Right, my battery's getting low, so we'll have a quick read of these. Okay, so determine which side of the film is the clear liner. Visit www.simply-brands.com for a video tutorial on this. See QR code, which I shall supply for you. So hopefully that might have helped you. So we're basically just going to soak this side of the window up. We're going to work out which is the clear protective layer. So we'll cut this to length anyway. Peel the liner off the window film using the same tape method used under film preparation. Use a credit card to help you push film under the window gasket. So there we go, there's the credit card already suggested by them. So basically, the instruction is going to be different for doing a car window. We're not pissing around with any of that. So we're not cutting it to shape and then, I mean, whatever. What I'm going to do is just roll it across, get a rough idea. Right, as you can see from the little corner that's peeled down, the difference between dark smoke and no window tint at all. So that's dark smoke. I haven't even gone to limo here. That would have been a lot darker, which probably would have been better for the heat, but not for the light. And that would have been really dark in here then, which was, you know. So yeah, that's just pushed up against the glass, as you can see. So push it back up into place. There we go. That's what kind of what it's going to look like. A bit better. The next step will be finding out which is the clear side, soaping the window up, soaping the liner up once we peeled it. So I need to clean this window because I did that window and I'm going to use leftover bits to do that window. I've decided, even though that one creates a light problem, even if I can just do a sun strip across the top of it, basically across here, that'll shade the camera's distortions out a bit better. When I went to do a bit of the video of the organ a few days ago, sun at the camera and there was just sparkles of light going everywhere, and it was like, yeah, game over. So I could put curtains or whatever up, blinds, but I don't want to. I just want to be able to, well, to see what it's like when it's dark and the lights are on. That'll probably make a bit of difference for the, but you still only see silhouettes or movement, you won't see detail. So I think that's job done really. So let's get some charge into the camera. I'll come back, we'll get the film ready, we'll get the window ready, and we'll crack on. Right, I've just zoomed in on this bit dead quick. So what I've done is I've got a strip of wide masking tape. Get it in the camera. There we go. So a strip of wide masking tape. Tear that in half, and then stick one half to the sheet, one side, and then a bit of the other half equal the other side. Press them together so it just overlaps at the edge, and then ever so gently, and it'll be really tough because once the two bits of masking tape are stuck together, they're like proverbial to a blanket. But when you peel that side will give up with the clear film. So this is the side that's going up there on the window, the clear film side, so we want to be careful with that. Now we want to keep as much dust and scrap out as possible. Get this off carefully in one piece, which is hard on your own, but I did a couple of cars on certain windows with it, so back of my Volvo looked lovely. So yeah, trick now is to peel this and spray it down and get the window sprayed up, lube the pair, place it on. So let me zoom the camera back out. Right, so using the two bits of masking tape, we'll carefully start peeling this clear section off, like so. Now I want to try and start getting it to go from this end as well, so we get a straight pull like this. Wouldn't hurt just to give this a bit of a spray to weight it down. You don't really want to get any fingerprints on that side now. Right, that's lovely. There's lovely, we're getting that. Now we can start spraying her down. Just keep her kind of flat. We do want to get that bit of tape off as well, of course. Just gently ease this off. That's going to be a dodgy bit over in the edge there because of the dodgy part. It's not going badly though. Don't have to keep spraying it, give it a bit of weight. Oh, I can feel the static. There we go, so we'll just give that a bit of a touch. Just helps it hold shape and not curl up and doodah. If doodah is a technical thingamajig, similar to whatchamacallit and How's Your Uncle. Right, this is going straight up into that window, so we want to soak the window down now. This is why it's best to let people like Phil at Tinting It do it and pick your car up later, because it's a messy job, it's fiddly, it's blooming expensive when you do it wrong the first and second time. See, you can move it around at the moment, so just tuck it in. Make sure you get all those gaps. There we go. I think that will do nicely. So now what you can do is take your credit card with your bit of doodah on, and you really want to be going from the centre out, and you can start just gently squeegeeing that water out. Any air bubbles, oh, stop dropping the credit card, and just gently work your way across with the credit card or their squeegee, but I think you'll find that credit card works much better. And you will want to start trimming soon. Press a bit harder just to get those air bubbles out. Don't be scared of them. What's going under there nicely? If I can get that to stop. Well, that sorted that side out quite nicely, really. That bit one. There's something there I might have to cut, and then the rest of that might just drop in. Feel like something there. Alright, there's something on the window that's got to stay. We could ease that bit up actually and have a look. So there's something there. It feels like there's a scratch or something in the actual liner. Film tin. Alright, I think I'll trim this bottom edge in a moment once I've finished tapping this down. You just squeeze in all the air bubbles to the edges. Some you may just have to give them a little nip with a knife and pop them, so to speak, but you should be able to get most of them out. It's fairly straightforward windows, this one. So it's not looking too bad. Just peel these air bubbles out of the way, and then I'll take the camera outside and we'll have a look and see what it looks like from out there. Now it will look different out there, A, because obviously it's window tint and it's going to have a different effect, and B, because the window's bigger on the outside. It's a bit like the TARDIS, but it's bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. I'm pretty happy with the most of that. I mean, it's doing the job I want it to do. It's a window, and it's got some window tint on it. It's only my, I mean, it's 15 quid roll of window tint. It's more than the wood cost on my shed. And I need to do, well, I need to try and get what I can out of this window done out of it. So we'll have a crack at doing the top of that. Might do that, just a little separate video on doing that one. Right, that should do nicely, really. There's a couple of little tears in it where I was blooming trying to fit, but like I say, it's not a big deal. So that's that window. Let's have a quick look at one of these windows so you can see quite how bright it is through there and darker through there. So let's go outside. Well, all the tar and shit on the roof should have dried quite nicely by now. This is the TV aerial. And there we have our window. So as you can see, or not see, quite clearly, nice and, whoa, sorry, nearly fell in the neighbour's garden. Nice and dark. So that should keep light out, heat out. I'll just show you the side windows. I mean, there's reflection of the garden there, but you can see in, sort of. Into the other window. Let's look from this side to see if it makes any difference. Still a lot of reflection. Hi and welcome back to window number 2. So window number 1, you can just see it in the background there, is done. This window is going to be done in a few sections. We're not doing a car, this isn't a show room or anything, it's just, you know, needs must. So I'm going to use the offcuts to do the side window, which was going to be the original window, but you can see the glare on the camera there. Okay, so workbench. That's actually shining off the sheet itself anyway. So what I'm going to do is give the top of the window a quick soak in the area that it's going on. That'll run down a bit. I've got me 2 bits of sticky tape ready to pull. Find out which side's which. Oh, bugger. Yeah, sometimes this is a pain in the arse. It doesn't go as easy as it did last time, so trying to gently just peel away. There we go. So I've got the clear side, which is good. So we'll just start weighting this down with some water. There we go. So we'll just try and get this a little bit straight. There we go. Hold it in the edge. Very tight. And off she comes. Just touching the very corners. Try and bring that back a bit. Get some fluid on it. Remembering this is the adhesive side, the soap's just to help it slide into place, squeegee out. So that's our window water. That's our. This is basically going to fit into this side of the window. So what I'll do is I'll stick this up onto the window and then I'll move the camera. You can see that already. So where's our credit card? There it is. So basically we just ease this into position, like so. That'll be good enough for there. Oh, there we go. So I've got top, I've got bottom. That can come off. There we go. So now really you just want to eke out a middle ground, like so. That can go up a bit actually. Now I'm just going to basically get this in and we can trim it later. Just get these tops in. And we know it's all nice and straight. Like so. And literally just, a credit card is brilliant for this, just squeeze it out. You might want to cloth. That looks a bit manky, horrible. Don't know what colour that's come from, or where it's come from. Could be out that wood, I suppose. All the people who had the windows smoked. Well, I have cleaned them. I have to repaint that. And it's as nice and as simple as that. We gently wipe it over. Any creases or little bubbles you can get out. There we go, nicely like that. Car windows are a pain. Like I said, get my mate, somebody like my mate, to do it. It's much cheaper in the long run when you've had 1 or 2 goes and end up paying somebody anyway. A little bit like that. That end's alright. That end's all good. So that is literally a job of good on that part of the window. Oh, you jest. Okay, not a panic. In this case, you just want to peel back, re-soak and realign. It's not a big deal. As I said, it's not really important. I did the rear door of my Pajero from the purple to a mirror. It was absolutely hideous. I had air bubbles everywhere. I just couldn't get it right. I was trying to do it in the wind. It was outside. I know a barn where I could have gone and got out of the wind. Should have done it there. Oh, this bit won't come out now. Right, happy again. Be careful with this yellow one, it came with it. It's brutal. So that, for that window, is pretty much job done. And the difference is quite clear if you look at this window. Okay, for this next part, a bit of the offcut. So I've got some smaller lengths, so I've cut this one down. This is the start of the roll, this bit, so it's still got that sellotape on it. It doesn't matter, there's a slight overlap there. It will show, but we don't care. And that will cover that section, and hopefully the other piece will cover that. And we've got two windows out of one roll of window film, which I might leave this one just for some light, but if it does cause too much heat, or it's 29 in here again at 25 to 7. So let's crack on and get this piece on. So I need to separate that. I might have to put some water in my jar. I set the sellotapes on the clear side. There we go, I like it. Right, so that last little strip that I've got should quite happily go in there. Like yo. Okay, we might be able to fill that little gap there. So I've got a little gap on a crack here, but we might be able to put an offcut into there. Nasty there, but we'll live with it. I've got a lot of choice. Apart from get another yep. Apart from get another sheet of this and start again. Which costs money, and this costs nothing. Because I've already used it for that window. And that will do just like that. So there's one or two imperfections in it. You can't really grumble. It's good enough. I mean, that is made out of a few sections on this end. We'll let those dry. Right, so as you can see, window behind me is done, window here is done. That's pretty much two of my three windows tinted with dark smoke. I think I might have made a boo-boo earlier in the video. So limo tint is 5% light, mirror, light and dark smoke are all 15% light. So this lets in 15% light. It does keep it cooler, not a lot, you just don't get the burning heat as before. It's 10:02 at night and I'm 25.9 degrees in here according to my little clock thing there. So thanks for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video on Down the Shed. Trot Lily!